Hello everyone, my name is Moni and welcome back to my channel. So, many of my friends, are in the phase where they are looking for buying a new home or they are just, seeing whether buying a home would be a perfect choice for them or not. And purchasing a home was a really big thing because it required a lot of planning and, of course, money to purchase the home. So they always have questions, about how did you save up for your down payment? And in today's video, I'm going to talk all about it, that how I saved up money for purchasing our first home here in Canada. So it's gonna be a video where I share my challenges, where I share my learnings, where I share our story on why did we want to purchase a home. So let's, without wasting any time, let's go to the video and get started. I am super excited for this one. So let's start on our journey, on our story on how we saved up money for our first home. So many of you guys already know that I and my partner, myself, we both were an immigrant to this country and we came to Canada in 2019 for our graduation. So we both did our masters from Dalhousie University all the way in Halifax, Nova Scotia, which is in the east coast of Canada. So we did our masters there. We worked. We both had our full-time jobs, and both of our jobs were in Ottawa. So in 2022, we decided to move to Ottawa because it makes sense for us to move here. And also Halifax was getting, expensive and expensive. So at first I decided to move, and then, he also thought that moving was a good option for him as well. So I used to live all by myself from 2021, and yeah, paying those rents, giving those hefty checks to your landlord and doing it for years and years, it wasn't a good feeling for me. So that's when I decided to, to purchase our first home, and that's when I sat down with my partner and we discussed all our finances and we did the planning on how this major thing is going to happen. This is not going to happen, really quick, because we need to do a lot of planning before taking that big step. So we decided to buy a home in the coming year, that is in 2023. So we just an FYI, as I already mentioned, we both had an IT job and we had a decent pay and we could afford a lot of things, and we went to our finances and thought that, purchasing a home would be a good decision for us. So buying home for the first time was a challenge, and we knew that even though we do all our research, we are gonna make mistakes. So let's have a starter home and let's do all the practice on that home so that we learn and then we don't make that mistakes for our forever home or for more homes that we purchase in our life. So we were setting up realistic goals for ourselves, and we knew that we also had our marriage to plan. So we were getting married the next year. So we had a lot of things into consideration, that we want to purchase a home as well as, get married. So we have a lot of expenses in the coming year. So we need to think about it and, set up realistic expectations rather than, having the numbers that we won't be able to achieve. So this was our criteria on purchasing our first home. So we wanted something, a starter home, something small, and our budget was fixed. We didn't wanted to, get into huge mortgages right in our 20s, because we know that we have a lot of expenses, coming in the future. So let's go with something that we could actually afford. So we wanted to purchase something small and our budget was really fixed. We knew the market. We both had our jobs here, and we knew that, with the budget that we have, we could afford something in the Ottawa market. We knew the Ottawa market all around, and with the budget in our head, we thought that we could get something not in the actual Ottawa but in the suburbs market. So we bought something in Barhaven, and that's like 20 or 25 minutes to Ottawa downtown. And the third criteria that we had is, we wanted to buy something with 5% down payment and get started in real estate. So people, the major mistake I've seen people doing is they save up money to make that 20% down payment for their house. They believe that their first home is gonna be the only home that they're gonna purchase in life. But it's not the case in Canada. People, change homes here. It's so natural and it's so common to change homes here in Canada because every Canadian, as per a survey, every Canadian at least have 4 or 5 homes in their entire life, and they change homes like in every 5 or 6 years depending on their needs. So as right now we don't have a big family. It's just me and my partner right now, so we don't need that big of a home. So we had in mind that we want a smaller home, but many people, they want to get started and they want to get started big, when buying something in real estate. That's why they wait for a longer term of time, to in order to save up that down payment, because saving up 20% is a lot harder than saving up just 5% for a small starter home. Me and my partner were both prepared on buying something with 5% down, and we knew that we want to make those mistakes because buying real estate, we know that not everything is gonna be perfect. There would be so many things that we would learn in this journey, and we wanted to make those mistakes as early as possible. Let's talk about the down payment strategy that we were thinking of using in order to purchase this home. So here in Canada, we have this amazing plan which is called as a home buyer's plan. So according to the plan, if you are gonna purchase your first home in Canada, you can withdraw your money from your RRSPs and TFSA. So as an individual, you can withdraw $35,000 per person for from your RRSP in order to contribute as a down payment to your first home. So me and my partner, we both started investing in RRSP early because we knew that one day there it would come that we want to purchase our first home and we would like to take the advantage of withdrawing our money from the RRSP tax free. Then, in 2023 April, the first home savings account plan started. So our home was a pre-construction home. So, we booked the home in March of 2023, but we got the closing of our home was next year. So we knew that we have 2023 and 2024 to contribute our money to our first home savings account. And then, we could save that money, and we could use that money for our down payment as well. Why did we wanted to contribute money into FSHA? The main advantage it would give us a tax benefit. So all the money that we contributed towards FSHA, we could get, tax returns, as well as we could withdraw that money right away, and we could just pay that money towards our down payment. And the third thing we did for saving up our down payment was to create a budget and follow it legibly. We were also getting married the next year, so we needed all that planning and budgeting in order to save up money for the down payment as well as save up some money for our wedding as well. So we created realistic goals of how much money we are going to save for our home as well as for our marriage, and we followed it successfully. So the next thing was, in order to save up for our money, we should also know how much money we wanted to save for our first home. So we had a budget that we don't want to buy anything exceeding 500K. So once we got the pre-con house, we made a smaller deposit towards it and we booked the house. And it was not the full deposit that we made, full down payment that we made at the beginning. It was just a smaller amount that we made just to book that house, and that provided us enough time to save up the money for the down payment because it was a pre-construction. So we gave some money in 2023, and when we were trying to close, we gave the rest of the money in 2024. So we were prepared for that, and it worked out the best for us because we booked the house with the pricing of 2023, and in 2024, after marriage and everything, so we had enough money to save up for the full down payment by 2024. Now analysis. Let's see, because we had a criteria that we don't want something exceeding 500K. We bought a home for 480K. With 5% down payment, we just had to pay $24,000, which was not a big amount, as we could use the home buyers plan, FSHA, and all that money, and use it for our down payments. Also, with the down payment, there also comes a closing cost. So generally the closing cost is 1.5 to 2%, but as this was our first home, we get a rebate of $4,000 in the land transfer fee. So generally the number comes at so for us the number was coming for 1% of the purchase price. So approximately we need $30,000 to for the down payment and for closing this house. So this house that we purchased was satisfying all the criteria, as it was a good starter home where you get 3 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms, enough space for a family of two, or even if there are parents coming over, we could have an extra bedroom for anyone that comes here. It was not an expensive house. It was something in our budget, and we don't have to make that expensive hefty mortgage payments going away from our paycheck every month. And the dream of owning a home was successful. The key learnings that we got was you have to run the numbers legitly, and you have to be honest to yourself whether you could afford purchasing a home right now or not, because the finances have to make sense. You shouldn't just buy a home because everyone else around you is buying a home. The numbers should make sense for you and for your up to your satisfactions, and then decide whether you want to purchase a home or not. Buying up like taking advantage of the home buyers plan and the FSHA was so easy for us, and it really helped us to to make that big purchase of a first home. We already had that money saved up in our FSHA and in our home buyer plans, and we didn't even realize that we had that money saved up in all the earlier years. Learning the home buying process was challenging. It was not something really easy. We learned a lot and we made a lot of mistakes. It was not something that everything happened, but I know for sure that we are very confident for the next home that we are going to purchase. Of course we are going to make mistakes in the next home as well, but it would be lesser as as the mistakes we made for our first home. And saving up for my next home would be easy for me because would have some equity built up in this home, and we could sell this home, or maybe we can do a refinance and pull out money to make that down payment for the second home that. And the last and the most important thing is, don't get emotionally attached to a house. Like, we knew that this is not gonna be our forever home, so that's why we kept it in mind, and we tried. We didn't go for an expensive home because we knew that we couldn't make the mortgage payment, so we kept our emotions in control, and we thought that this is just a starter home and this is not going to be our forever home. So try to stay in budget and be happy with whatever we have in our budget, and don't get emotionally attached to an expensive home. So that were our key learnings during this process, and I hope that you got something out of this video. I'm so happy that we made that effort and we made that happen for ourselves, because it was an amazing, amazing learning curve for us. And now we are well prepared for the next home that we are going to purchase. So thank you so much for watching this video. If you have any questions, comment down below and I'll for sure, answer those questions for you. And also, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. I hope you guys have a good day. Till then, see you in the next one. Bye bye.